Welcome back to Global News Morning. A pleasure to have you join us. Look who joins us. It's our good friend Matt Lee, and every month we like to look back at the previous month's sales stats, real estate stats for Kingston and the region. Good morning. Break down the region for us. It's a pretty sizable chunk of land here.
Yeah, so we're looking at Leeds and Grenville, the Frontenacs, and also Lennox and Addington. So we're covering a large amount of land, but it's what we have as the Kingston board, really, you know, if we looked at our area. So it's a big spot.
Well, first set of stats for the month of August. Number of active listings here, and we're going to look at the August previous and the August previous to that as well here.
That's correct. So we're looking at this and we're seeing that the numbers are starting to go up. So we've got 1,064 listings in 2023. In 2022, it was 812 listings. And the previous year, 2021, it was 430 listings. So we're actually seeing those numbers start to come back, which then gives the buyer a little more ability to go and see houses. You've got a little more supply. And what I tell sellers is that you have to be ready. We have to have houses in shape. We have to have them, you know, decluttered, painted, these different pieces so that they're ready to go, because we want that buyer to pick this house.
Well, the next set of stats, to me, says that people are being a little bit picky. Is that true?
We're just starting to see, like, this has to do with interest rates. It has to do with the market, you know, kind of shifting a bit. You know, I think that Kingston has a very healthy market, and we'll see why further down. But there is less sales happening. So if we have over 1,000 listings active, and then we have sales is 236. So we're looking at just over, you know, 23% ish, you know, of active listings are selling.
Well, your math is good. I couldn't figure that out. Okay.
Yeah, so that, you know, we go last year and we say 2022 was 257 sales, which is a little bit higher, but there was less on the market as well.
Right.
You know, and then we go the year before and we see 324. So that sales number is dropping a bit, and then the active listings is going up, which gives the buyer the ability to shop a little bit.
I remember a few years ago, days to sell really didn't take a long time at all.
Yeah.
We're seeing a little shift here.
Yeah, you know, we're seeing a shift. You know, you look at it, 2021, it was 11 days on the market, and that was in the middle of summer. You know, and as we've talked about before, August can be slower. You know, so if 11 days on the market was 2021, the next year we're looking at 2022 was 17 days, and now this year we're seeing is 21 days on the market. 3 weeks on the market is we're getting back to older times. You know,
Right.
so that tells you that things are selling quicker, because I see it personally, things sell quicker than 21 days. That means that other stuff is taking longer. The average is the 21 days.
All right.
So
Yeah.
we're seeing that basically you have to have everything kind of neat and tidy, and you want to make sure that people are feeling very invited into that place.
Close price to list price ratio
Yeah.
seems to fluctuate around that 100% mark.
Yeah, so, you know, 2021, it was at 101%. So that means that the average was going over list. And if we see that, that's what, you know, times where they were doing multiple offers, it was driving it to a certain point. You know, last year we saw that changed a little bit. You know, it was 97.5%. And then this year we're looking at 98.2. You know, so 98.2% is a healthy number. It's still relatively close. Again, we're looking at older times. You know, we're starting to see that over the past few months too. Like we were in the 98% number a number of times, you know, since May.
The next set of stats is one that everyone likes to talk about and gravitate towards. This is for August, and we're talking about median sale price. And you say this is the middle of the middle.
It is the middle of the middle, really, because our number is 570. So 570,000 is the median sale price for 2023 for August. We have been floating between that $550,000 number and $595,000 number for the past year. We've been talking about this once a month, and we're seeing that this is what the number is. Some months you get into springtime and things get a little busier, and maybe that number shifts a little bit. Fall is going to be a busy market. We might see that shift a little bit. You know, interest rates have done their job of what they wanted them to do. So like they've held it, and they've tried to cool that market. In other areas, our market, what I find, is very stable. So where we saw the drop was February of 2022 to May 2022. We saw that dramatic change, but from then to now, we're seeing that number float between 550,000 and 595,000, which means that we are seeing that Kingston is very stable. And we're seeing that we're seeing what those numbers are, and that's where we're staying in between.
Last words, what you just said, we
Yeah.
are in a stable market?
Yeah, we're healthy. I would say that anybody that's looking to purchase, I would go and speak with your mortgage broker. Make sure that you have your numbers lined up and that they haven't sat too long because interest rates have changed. Banks are getting tighter. You want to make sure that things are lined up. And if you have a house to sell, decluttering and painting is always a good idea.
Excellent points, as always. Thank you so much, Matt Lee.
Real estate tips brought to you by Matt Lee of Royal LePage.